After working 4 jobs to pay off her husband's massive debts, Emily Carter thought she was finally getting close to peace. For years, she woke up before sunrise, cleaned other people's homes, waited tables, packed lunches, and worked late shifts just to keep her husband, Ryan, afloat. She told herself it was love, that loyalty meant sacrifice. But deep down, she knew she was tired of saving a man who wouldn't even save himself. One rainy Thursday evening, Emily stopped by Ryan's office to surprise him. She brought a small box of his favorite pastries, the ones she could barely afford. The hallway was quiet except for laughter coming from the meeting room. She smiled, thinking maybe it was a small celebration. But when she got closer, she froze. Ryan's voice echoed through the door, loud, confident, full of pride. "Man, you have no idea how lucky I am," he said, laughing. "My wife's basically my personal slave. Works 4 jobs, pays all my bills, and still has dinner ready when I get home." The room erupted in laughter. Emily stood there, motionless. The pastry box slipped from her hands and hit the floor. For a moment, the world just stopped. The rain outside suddenly sounded louder, heavier. She didn't say a word. She just turned around and ran out into the storm. That night, Emily sat by her window, still wearing her soaked clothes, staring into the dark. Every word he said replayed in her mind like a cruel song. Personal slave, 4 jobs, no respect. By sunrise, she made her decision. She packed her bags quietly, looked at her reflection in the mirror, and whispered, "You're done being someone's servant." Then she left. No yelling, no note, no goodbye. Starting over wasn't easy. She rented a tiny room above a small bakery downtown. It wasn't fancy, but it was hers. Every morning, the smell of fresh bread reminded her that life could still be sweet. She kept working hard, but this time, every dollar she earned stayed in her own pocket. When she opened her first bank account and saw $500 with her name on it, she cried, not because it was a lot, but because it was finally hers. Weeks passed. The exhaustion that used to break her slowly turned into strength. One evening, while delivering food for an event, she met Mrs. Collins, a kind older woman who owned a catering business. "You've got the kind of fire I like," Mrs. Collins said with a smile. Emily laughed softly. "You have no idea." The woman offered her a part-time job, and soon Emily was learning everything, managing orders, organizing events, building confidence she never knew she had. Meanwhile, Ryan started calling again. His messages filled her phone. Apologies, excuses, fake tears. "You're overreacting," he'd say. "Come home, let's fix this." But Emily never answered. She learned that silence could be more powerful than words. One night, Mrs. Collins told her, "Sweetheart, some people have to drown in their own mess. You're not their lifeboat." Emily wrote those words on a sticky note and put it on her mirror. Every morning, she looked at it and smiled. Months later, Emily had saved enough money to start something of her own, a small catering service she called Freedom Bites. The name made her smile, because every meal she cooked felt like a piece of her freedom coming back. Her business grew fast. People loved her food, her story, and her strength. Then, one afternoon, Ryan showed up at the bakery. He looked worn out, thinner, desperate. "Emily," he said softly, "I messed up. I didn't mean what I said. It was just a joke." Emily folded her arms, calm and unshaken. "A joke? You called me your personal slave." He sighed, trying to smile. "You know how guys talk? I didn't mean it that way." "No, Ryan, you meant every word. And now I mean mine. I'm done." She walked away, leaving him standing there, surrounded by the smell of cinnamon and regret. As time passed, Freedom Bites grew bigger. Emily began hiring other women who'd been through tough times. Single moms, widows, women rebuilding their lives. She didn't just give them jobs. She gave them purpose. "No one here works beneath anyone," she'd tell them. "We rise together." Soon, her story made it to the local newspaper. From debt to dream, the woman who turned pain into power. Overnight, her business took off. She got interview requests, catering orders, and messages from women across the country thanking her for inspiring them. One morning, she saw an email from Ryan. It said, "I saw your story. I'm proud of you. I wish I treated you better." Emily read it once, smiled faintly, and deleted it. She didn't need his approval anymore. That night, she stood on her small balcony, looking out at the city lights. For the first time in years, she felt truly free, not angry, not broken, just grateful. Because real revenge isn't about watching someone fall. It's about rising above what tried to break you. Emily realized that every sleepless night, every tear, every betrayal had built her into someone unshakable. When people asked her how she stayed so strong, she'd smile and say, "Because I decided my story wouldn't end with pain. It would end with power." And it did. Because Emily Carter didn't just walk away from her husband, she walked toward herself, and that was the most beautiful kind of freedom there is.